Hi guys, so this is going to be a short video on the introduction to presence. Now, I wanted to talk about presence because it has been a personal journey for me over the last year, as well as more and more guys that I'm speaking to. It's really hitting home with them when we talk about presence. And whether that is not being present when you are with your partner, so they're talking at you but you're not really taking it in, or with your kids, perhaps you're on your phone, perhaps you're at work but your mind is elsewhere, or you're at home and your mind is at work, right? We have a real presence problem going on in the current society or the world or whatever. So I want to start out with what is presence. And presence is the state of being fully engaged and attentive when you're in the current moment. And what this looks like is not trying to plan the next thing that's coming. So your mind is not in the future, your mind is not in the past, it's very much in the present. So it's if someone is talking to you, you're not trying to think of the solution to their problem before they finish talking. You're listening, you're there, you're present. And being present also includes the body. It includes how it feels. It includes checking in with that. So there's a lot in there, but it's the if you were going to boil it down, right? It's attentiveness in the current moment. It was Eckhart Tolle who said, if you realize deeply that the present moment is all you have, make now the primary focus of your life. And I think that's a little bit beautiful, right? It's a little bit tapping into being here right now. And I'm going to use be a lot, and we'll get into that. So presence is often linked to things like mindfulness, right? It's paying attention to the present moment without judgment. So it's noticing things without having to solve them, without having to make more of them than they are. It's about a connection to self. So being present means being in tune with your thoughts and emotions and physical sensations. How often are you really slowing down enough to check in with your body? And it's something that really made a big difference to me. Because, I'll be perfectly honest with you, when I first heard about this aspect of it, I was like, oh no, I just want to pay more attention. I just want more focus. But when I really started getting in touch with my body and my emotions and the physical sensations, look, you take those to every single thing you do, right? So you take all of your baggage to work, all of your thoughts and emotions and bubbling under into your relationships, into absolutely everything, right? To the shops, wherever you're taking it. And if you don't understand what it is you're taking, if you're not aware of what's going on for you, then things can come up, things can bubble up. You might react to a situation in a certain way, or you might not be able to respond how you really wanted. And I was speaking with a guy yesterday, and was saying that it's a bit like driving a Formula One car with your foot full on the throttle. You struggle to navigate unforeseen corners, unforeseen debris. Something might be on the road, might be another car. You're not as in control as if you just slowed down, went smooth. You can actually go a little bit faster. So it's a lot about slowing down. So the reason that presence is so important is that it can enhance your relationships. So being present in conversations allows for deeper connections and better communication. And that is because the other person gets to feel seen. The other person gets to feel heard. How often have you had a conversation with someone and you know that their mind is elsewhere? It's an innate human instinct to pick up on that, right? But being able to listen to someone without distraction is one of the greatest gifts you can give someone. To feel seen is huge. You'd be amazed how many people don't feel seen, and it hurts, and it's causing this big upset, but they don't know that that's what's causing it, if that makes sense. Presence will help reduce your stress and anxiety. because you learn to bring your thoughts and your self into the present moment. And when you're in the present moment, you're not thinking about the future. And if you're not worrying about the future, then we don't have less anxiety. It improves focus and productivity because your mind stops wandering and you get to focus on what's in front of you. It's the difference between focusing on one task at a time and multitasking. It helps you emotionally regulate yourself, and this was a big one for me because I'd never given it any thought. But it helps you understand and manage and integrate your emotions better, so you're not carrying something around and acting from that place until months down the line you are trying to figure out why things have gone wrong. You're like, oh yeah, I've been carrying that around with me. But you get to address the feelings as they arise. So, a couple of times a day, it's recognizing feelings of anger or frustration before they bubble up. It can also help physical aspects. It can lower your blood pressure. It can give you a greater focus on health. So you will be more mindful around less productive habits, which I know is a big one for some people. So I want to talk about really briefly, and we'll, in the further sections in this course, you'll get a lot more into each one. But if we're talking about how to cultivate presence, there's a couple of ways. I'll share what I do, but there are things like mindfulness practices, guided meditation, creating a ritual, so a morning routine, eating, walking, doing chores, having a good routine, mindful eating, sorry, I should say on that one. There are things like having a digital detox, so managing how much screen time you're using. Journaling is good. I don't journal as much as others, but a lot of people find journaling for gratitude and things like that are really good. What I intend to do in this course is give you a lot of different techniques. I'll share the ones that I do personally, but it's going to be creating what works for you. And the final one is breath awareness. So for me, that is breath work, having tools and techniques that bring me back into the present moment. And yeah, breath work's a big one. It's something that I start my day with every day. Again, I will explain the things that I do. So, in conclusion, presence is being fully engaged in the current moment, like I hope you are now, and I certainly am. And it has a lot of different benefits. So, what I would encourage you to do now is start thinking about what are the different things that you would like to explore to increase your awareness. And I really encourage you to make increasing your awareness over the next 8 weeks a real focus. And whether that is by introducing movement, or it is by introducing breath work, or it is introducing meditation, whatever it is, I encourage you to commit to it fully for 8 weeks. And I would wager by the time you get to the end of 8 weeks, it will continue on because it's powerful stuff. So that is basically what presence is and the importance of why we work on it. I'll see you in the next video.